Guys, got a quick video on the actual design of these beds. Just kind of going to go over some aspects, might answer some questions that you might have. So we'll just get right into this. The first thing that I know a lot of you are thinking is that there's not much travel that you're going to be able to have here on your suspension. That's actually incorrect because you carve out the inside of this outer frame tube so that your tire can actually flex up underneath the plane of the bottom of this bed. So you should have the same amount of travel as you do before you put your flatbed on. You should have about 6 inches, which is usually about where your bump stocks are going to hit. The other option is you can mount this bed a little bit higher if you want to. You would just adjust the size of your mounting blocks so you can basically go up a little bit if this bothers you. But I mean, on this pickup, we took it out and flexed it up onto a couple rocks and had the axle really angled up there and flexed it right into the frame with no issues. So the second thing is these fenders you see down here. These are an optional add-on. These aren't going to come just with the basic kit, but if you want to add these on, you can. These are a great functional add-on, as you can hook ratchet straps basically in the length of your bed. The other thing that it does is it obviously looks nice, hides your frame, give it a little more of a skirted look. We got a couple variations of these that you can check out. Your fuel hookup, I mean, it's pretty easy. We go over in the video tutorial how to hook this up. You just basically need about 6 or 8 inches of fuel hose and a couple fuel clamps, hose clamps, and then it just hooks up. It's going to fill just like it's from the factory. The headache rack, we have this designed very thoughtfully with this headache rack gusset that gives you some places to strap. You can strap stuff against the headache rack. If you got a dirt bike, you can hook your straps right here to strap it in with your triangle against your cab rack. And then these are bed rails, so these are removable. These just come right out. Got the tailgate that comes out, the sides that come out. We don't sell these directly because these are made out of generic steel. They're just made out of 1-inch square tube and some flat bar. We just have a video tutorial that instructs you on exactly how much of each material you need to buy and then how to put it together. So you can make these bed rails any height you want. These are 4-inch tall. You can do 3-inch if you want. You can do 6-inch. You basically just shrink or enlarge the width of your flat bar to make it as tall or as short as you want. But 4-inch is a good standard height. So the lighting package that we do sell, basically this is what the lights are going to look like on the finished product. You're going to have 4 markers per side. Obviously we'll have double tail lights, 3 markers in the tail, some nice bright backup LEDs, and we also have the same LEDs up here on the cab rack for a nighttime application. If you're loading your load or whatever, you can switch these on from the cab. All this stuff's lifetime warranty, the lights, so if you ever have any issues with it, we'll send you new stuff for free. So back here on the tail, basically you got the angled look. So, it looks real nice. It's extremely strong. If you get rear-ended, it's going to total the other person's car and do nothing to yours. The hitch, which is another question I'm sure you have, our beds do not integrate the factory, or do not have a hitch welded into them. They use the factory setup. So you can check out the photos to see what I mean here, but basically your frame mounted receiver hitch is just going to fit nicely with the bed. That way it pulls directly off your pickup frame, off the factory setup, not pulling off your bed, which is something that you don't want. So last thing is the deck. So we have this set up so you can do 3 different deck options. You can either do a wood deck. My personal favorite is a Trex composite deck, which is what you see here, or you can also do a steel deck. So you buy the same kit regardless. Basically the video tutorial and the blueprints are going to tell you any differences in material you need to buy, and then the video tutorial will go over slight just construction changes when you're building the bed that's going to just factor in everything needed to either come out with your outcome that you want. We also got some inset D-rings on this bed. So we just welded these on the inside of the outer frame, and then they're routed into the deck. These are a great add-on because you can strap things down without having to go over the edge of your bed and ding up your powder coat. But that kind of covers it. This is going to be a very functional, obviously it's a good looking accessory, very functional for your Tacoma. Another thing here, these corners are going to be a lot higher than they are on your factory bed. So you got a lot more off-road leeway for you guys that are worried about hitting your corners on the ground. This is going to raise that up from where the factory setup would be. So if you got any more questions, feel free to go to the Contact Us page on the website. Send us an email with your questions. We're happy to answer that. And just check out the rest of the site. But thanks for your interest, guys.